My name is Pauline Wallace. That's PaulineWallace.
This sounded like it's from TV. Let's go. I'm ready. Oh, TJ's here. TJ, grab a seat. Should I host it or should TJ host it?
No, y'all might not host together. So
Okay, so co-host.
Start it off. You do the main hosting first, and then Toby co-host.
And what are we calling this podcast?
This is the John Dewey podcast.
It's an interview, basically.
Okay.
It's just
an interview. All right. All right.
You got questions?
Huh? No.
Oh.
I got questions for her. I got So we're set. Okay.
Right. Here we go.
This works?
It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2.
Here we go. Hold up. So let the music play, and then I'll tell you guys when to come in.
You got it.
In 3, 2.
Good morning, everybody. This is a John Dewey podcast. My name is Mo, and I will be your host today. I am with my co-host
CJ.
and our guest.
Pauline Wallace from the Office of Sustainability.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
We got a few questions for you. TJ, do you want to start us off, or you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay. I got a question for you. What is like your office mainly do for schools?
So basically, we work closely with the custodians. We provide any equipment that they need. We also provide bins for the cafeteria, for the classrooms, and any tilt trucks that the custodians need. We also work closely with the sustainability coordinator in the school. So that would be Moody or Nancy Woods. So we're into basically composting, trying to, I guess, replenish the earth. We also have a division in our office that is the energy division. We also have a solar division. So the solar team, they put solar panels on the roof, basically saving energy. So that's what our office does.
Okay. That was our question about your office. Now we want to get to know you. We want to know what your job is, what do you mostly do?
Okay. So basically, we get districts. So my district is 21, which is where your school is located. I have District 19, and then I have 27, which is in Queens. Basically, what I do is I reach out to custodians and the sustainability coordinator in all of those schools, in those districts, and try to make sure that, for the custodian, he has all the equipment that he needs. If he has any issues with sanitation, maybe they didn't pick up his trash or anything, then he reaches out to me and I can help him, in that support kind of way. Basically contacting with the sustainability coordinator, coming out to the schools, seeing what the schools are doing in the world of composting, because composting starting March 25th is going to be mandatory in all 5 boroughs.
Can you elaborate on that? What's that going to be like?
So basically, right now, pretty much your district 21 is the last district to roll out in the compost curbside. So what that means is right now, you guys are putting out trash 5 days a week. So when you are mandatory on March 25th, you will be composting 5 days a week. Sanitation will pick up 5 days a week, and sanitation will only pick up 2 days a week trash. So your behavioral change will be a big shift. So that starts in the cafeteria, where we will put up bins and signs that will show you where you put the correct waste in what bin.
Okay. I think my co-host has a question.
If you don't mind me asking, where are you from and how did you come to live here?
Oh, I had that question in my head, honestly.
Stole it.
So I am from England, born in Birmingham, and came here when I finished high school, 15 in, I think it was 99 or somewhere around there. And then I realized that when I got here, students don't graduate high school at 15. You still stay here a bit longer,
Until
right?
18, yes.
Yeah. So in England, we go to college right after, when you're 15. So then had to take a GED thing, and then I went and I did a little work, right? And then took an entrance exam to go to the Fashion Institute of Technology because I was into fashion. I wanted to be a fashion designer. And basically did that and worked in the world of fashion for a couple of years. And then traveled, to Asia to see where some of the clothing is made, worked with designers and stuff like that. And then when the pandemic happened, I was just like, oh, people are not really getting on the planes that much. So I kind of switched into the Department of Education, and here I am today.
Okay. I might move to England just to graduate early. Yeah, because I don't want to do high school anymore.
They do that same thing in Guyana.
Do they? I think they do the same thing in my country too. Because my nephew just turned 16 and he's already going to college. So I'm guessing they do the same thing. Yeah. Okay, America is just weird for that.
Yeah.
I got one more question for you. What is composing?
So composting.
I said it wrong.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's a new word for us to all learn. So it is a big thing, but I'll break it down pretty simple. So in the cafeteria, when we get you set up, basically you can put all your food scraps. You can actually put that tray that you get your food on, right, and all the utensils because they look like plastic, but they are compostable. You'll put that in a bin. Basically, it will break down into some kind of, dirt type. I keep it simple, right? Dirt that you can replenish into the earth and you can grow stuff from that. So when your cafeteria is set up, you will definitely understand what I'm talking about. Right now, it's a bit, because you don't have it set up right now. But when you get it set up, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's what she was talking about. Yeah.
We'll check back in a month.
Yeah, exactly, right?
That was it for today. I hope everybody enjoys their rest of the day. You got any questions for us?
No, I'm good. Thank you. I've just loved to be here. Go Dewey, right?
All right. Casting out. That was good.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it. Oh, my God.
Welcome, listeners. Today you hear.
That's okay. Keep it as a blooper, right? You can keep it. You use this piece when you
Welcome back.
You gonna do it?
Wait, no, I wasn't doing it. I was telling her what to say. I should do it. Come on, I'm practicing. Yes. Welcome back, everyone, to Dewey on Air. Today we have students from Mr. Moody's Ethnobotany class and the gardening club.
Welcome back, listeners, to Dewey on Air. Today we are joined by Mr. Moody's Ethnobotany students as well as his gardening club members. I'm Taryn DeLewis.
Hi, I'm Christina Noel.
Hi, I'm Iaka Copeland.
Hi, I'm Emily Prasad.
Hey everybody, this is Mr. Moody. And I'll start off by just saying how inspired I am by the students at Dewey. The students in Gardening Club and Ethnobotany have started composting, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And what's really impressive is that the students who are here talking, all of them are bringing their food scraps from their home kitchens to Dewey to compost. So they're actually traveling on the subway with their food waste and bringing it here. And I just find that very inspiring because they're going above and beyond to make sure that their food scraps don't end up in landfills. And I'm going to hand it over to my students to just talk about their experiences with composting and why it's a good thing. So does anybody want to jump in?
It's pretty fun, you're offered a little container to put your food scraps in. You take it home, whenever you have anything that you can compost, you just throw it in, bring it into school the next day, and throw it in the brown bin.
Emily, was this your first time composting? Had you done it before?
I've done it once before, but it was only for a little school project all the way in elementary. This is the first time I've actually continuously participated in it. Yeah.
What about you guys, Christina, Taryn, and Iaka? How has the experience been for you?
I like composting. I like bringing the scraps. It's kind of weird to hold it on the bus. Yeah. It sometimes it'd be like kind of soggy because I keep it in the freezer, so there's like no smell. But I like composting. I feel like I'm helping the environment in the type of way by like not sending my waste to landfills.
Why is that a problem when organic waste like food scraps goes to landfills?
They stink up the landfills and like they go to use instead of it helping regrow food, plenish us. It just sits and rots.
Yeah, definitely. And it can either Taryn or Iaka, can you guys talk a little bit about climate change and why food scraps in landfills are bad for climate change?
Yeah. When the food scraps sit in landfills, they decompose, but like they're kind of suffocated by all the trash that's on it, so they don't decompose like usual. They release like these harmful gases like methane and stuff like that, and carbon dioxide that really affects our climate.
Great. Yeah. I was shocked to hear that methane is actually like more potent than carbon dioxide when it comes to trapping heat. So preventing that as much as possible is really good. And what about the benefits of compost? Like, can we talk about how it helps soil? And maybe Taryn, you want to talk a little bit about what we do with the compost at Dewey?
Yeah, so at Dewey, not only do we turn food scraps into compost for our hydroponic towers, we also bag them up for sale for our Dewey staff members. We use them in our in-bed gardens. Did I mention the in-bed gardens?
No, we haven't mentioned that, but yeah.
Okay, I thought I said it when I was talking about the hydroponic towers.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So, okay, well, maybe we'll go with this part. We can use compost in a multitude of ways. So currently at Dewey in room 346, we have hydroponic towers, which grow plants through water instead of through soil, as one would usually imagine plants growing. And so to enrich the water, we use the compost and we make a sort of compost tea, which really helps the plants get the same nutrients that they would if they were growing in soil. We also bag up the finished compost, which is called humus, and we give them out to staff and we sell them to the greater Dewey community, as well as we use the compost in our in-bed gardens and around the school projects. So earlier this year, we planted daffodils, and it was really nice to have, we had a whole bunch of compost to use when planting the daffodils to sort of give them a nice head start on their growth. And we also use them in our in-bed gardens where we grew tomatoes last year and peas and cabbage and so many other, it was a lot of vegetables that we were able to grow. And it was really nice to not rely on commercial fertilizer, which causes harmful runoff, which pollutes our ocean and waterways.
What I thought, I like, Taryn, that you brought up the planting that we did in the raised bed garden last spring, because we got a soil delivery from New York City Sanitation, and it was great. It was free soil, like about 5 cubic yards, but when we touched the soil, it was really sandy. There were actual rocks in it. There was garbage in it. It was pretty low quality soil, and I felt disheartened because it was our first time doing a garden. I really wanted it to be successful, but it was a success, and it's because we had so much compost here created on site that we were able to mix it in with that sandy soil and turn it into a really rich, high quality soil. Do you guys want to talk at all about that, about what humus does for soil, like what it does for sandy soil or soil that's clayey?
Yeah. Humus is kind of like a medicine for soil, I guess you could say. If your soil is too sandy, for example, just add some humus. It won't be too sandy anymore. If it's too silty or clayey, it won't be that way anymore once you added and incorporated. And it's much easier than like buying a whole bunch of other supplementary minerals. Like if it's too sandy again, you won't have to buy a whole bunch of clay or silt just to even everything out again. Yeah.
Yeah, it also has like a lot of micro decomposers and organisms in there to help like the soil be more
Yeah.
soily.
And what about pH? What is like if you have a soil that's too acidic or too basic, what can cure that?
Oh, humus. Yeah.
It's a cure all for everything.
Yeah.
It's a bandage.
This has been great, guys. Is there anything else that that we want to share with the Dewey community?
Bring your compost, you guys.
Yes, you too can also compost.
And join gardening club on Tuesdays. We're doing lots of great things. I think we should discuss the magic of gardening club a lot more. It's one of those hidden gems of Dewey, I'd say. I'm a little biased, though. I am the president. But yeah, gardening club, it is really, really special to Dewey because it's one of the few sustainability clubs that we have in school, and it's filled with a lot of passionate people, and it's just a really nice place where you get to come and you get to learn about the environment, and it's not in a very stressful way of, wow, the time is ticking, our planet's gonna burn up and blow up, right? You're just there and you're learning about all the different sustainable changes that you can make personally, which will contribute to a better environment overall.
I think that's a great closing. Yeah, gardening club meets what times on Tuesday? 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Okay. And actually, I heard that. I just want to say that I won the cake off that gardening club had. But yeah, come to gardening club. If you also take ethnobotany next year, if you're looking for a good science elective.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. So thank you all for listening.
Bye-bye.
Dewey on Air out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
All right, great job, guys.
Fire.
We are Wu-Tang.
Oh,
Yeah, let's move to Staten Island.
oh no.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dewey on Air. My name is your host. One second. I forgot. It's been a while.
How do you do, Ms. Host? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can we restart? Also, I'm going to say I'm here with, and then you could say your name.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dewey on Air. My name is Akaylah Rose, and I'm your host for today. Today, I'm with...
George Edwards, Chef and Program Manager for the Department of Education's Farm to School program.
Good stuff. Thank you so much for being here today, Mr. Edwards. Can you please tell us a little bit about your job and what exactly you do?
Well, the Farm to School program for the DOE works with schools around the city that have farms, gardens, loosely defined. It could be raised beds out in the schoolyard. It could be hydroponics, aquaponics. It could be a window box in a kindergarten classroom. We work with the schools. They grow things. We also get produce from the Green Market Co. from upstate farms. We do a tasting in the cafeteria and sort of introduce the students that, you can grow this. This is how it ends up on your plate and the steps in between.
That's really interesting. I'm not sure if you're aware, but our school has a gardening club. Are you a part of that as well?
Well, we work with them. This was our first time here.
Oh, wow.
So what happens is I worked with Chef Chan and Chef Carrito, their classes. I was able to get produce from, as I said, New York State Farms. They helped me prep. We cooked it. We served it as a tasting in the cafeteria. The next time I come, I hope to get produce from the school garden.
Nice.
And then we can add that to the menu.
Okay, that sounds good. So how do you think that today went for you?
Considering that it was our first time here, I thought it went well. A lot of the students who tried what we made liked it. Getting the students to try it is another story. And that's, with repetition, the next time I come, oh, this guy, I remember him from last time. Plus also the students in the culinary classes that worked with us can talk to their classmates and say, oh, we had a hand in this, or we're going to have a hand in this next time. So that way, it's not like coming out of left field. They have some idea of what this is about. And then each time you go, it becomes more and more, oh, yeah, what are you doing this time?
Okay, that makes sense. So it seems like you have a pretty fun job, but what would you say is the most rewarding part of your job?
When a student comes up to me or sees me in the street and says, oh, I remember you, you did this, and we tasted this, and I liked this, or I didn't like it, but I'll try it again next time. Both of those tend to be positives in my estimation.
I can see that. Okay, so what were some of the foods that were served today?
Well, we had 4 things because it was the first time here, and Dewey is a huge school. So we had 4 different items. We had a mixed green salad with spinach, shredded carrots, and a homemade vinaigrette of thyme, sage, and mint, which went over better than I thought it would, because, oh, it's salad. Salad's boring. And then
I love salads.
Well, you're the exception to the rule.
Yes.
Had roasted blue potatoes with shallots and rosemary, which is an herb. Had sweet potatoes and black beans with cilantro. And we had an apple crisp or an apple bake,
That sounds
depending
really
on,
good.
Combination of both. Usually when we do a tasting, I'll do 2 things, maybe 3, depending on what the season is, because everything that we get is seasonal. So what we can get in the summer, we may not be able to get in the winter. So as we're starting to get into the spring, a little more items opened up. So I decided, let's just start big and see what happened. The salads went pretty well. The sweet potato and black bean went pretty well. The purple potatoes, less so, only because, purple potatoes, what is that?
Yeah,
But
I've never heard of that either.
But the students who tried it liked it. So next time, it'll be less of a hassle if we go with that. The apple crisp, that was a hit. It's apples. It's dessert, It's like, no, you can't have dessert before you eat. No, I want dessert, that sort of thing. So that was probably the most popular.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, I really like salads and vegetables, as I said last time. So the next time you're here, let me know so I can come support.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here today. It was a pleasure to interview you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
See you
inviting
all
me.
next time on Dewey on Air.